and I will curse them that curse you, and through thee and thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. He also told Abram that not only would his name be changed to Abraham, for the father of many nations would he be, but he would also give him all the land of Canaan for an everlasting possession for him and his seed after him. To Abraham and his seed. And then lastly, he told Abraham, I will be a Elohim, or I will be a God unto thee, and unto thy seed after thee. And that's why all the Gentiles are worshiping JC. Even the Gentiles that know the laws and know the Sabbath days and know the commandments, they are worshipers of JC. Because they understood something that our people did not understand. They understood that part of the covenant that Yahweh made with Abraham is that he would be an Elohim unto him and unto his seed forever. So they know they were not included in that. So therefore they had to search for gods that they could serve, gods that they could teach to their sons and to their daughters. And in that quest they found inferior deities, gods that have eyes and see not, and ears and hear not, and mouth and speak not, gods that can't save. And our people are following these heathens in their heathenistic, paganistic, idolatrous worship. And they understood that this covenant was made with Abraham. This is one of the greatest covenants that was ever made. As a matter of fact, there was only 2 covenants that Yah made with an individual that would affect the whole nation, the whole entire nation of Israel. And those 2 individuals was Abraham and David. And those 2 covenants are the greatest covenants that was ever made. And I'll tell you why as we teach and inform the world of these covenants. That great covenant was sealed, and he made a token of circumcision as a sign of that covenant. And he said the token would be in your flesh, that every man child amongst you from 8 days old shall be circumcised. And he that is not circumcised shall be cut off from his people forever. So that was the most major covenant. And all other covenants had to fall within the boundaries of circumcision. The next covenant that Yahweh made was this covenant of the Sabbath day. But if one was not circumcised, one was not eligible to keep the Sabbath day. If none was not circumcised, he was not eligible to be able to keep any of the Almighty's Sabbath days, period. In order to keep his holy convocations and holy days, that man had to be circumcised, or keeping the Sabbath day was to no avail if he lacked circumcision, because it was circumcision that made him an Elohim unto that man and to his family forever. So whatever Sabbath we kept, it fell within the boundaries of circumcision. For instance, if we read the book of Exodus, We're going to start in the book of Exodus, the 43rd verse. And I believe we want to read down until about the 49th verse. And we're in the book of Exodus, the 12th chapter. Incidentally, as you all are looking for this particular chapter, let it be known unto you, Christianity, which most of our people have embraced, or against all of these covenants. They're against all of them. They teach against all of the covenants of Yahweh. And so our people can't find salvation in Christianity, whether they call themselves Seventh-day Adventists, Hebrew Pentecostals, Jehovah's Witness, Methodist, Baptist, Unitarian, Episcopalian. They all teach against circumcision. They all teach against circumcision. To be against circumcision in the New Testament is like ice cream is to apple pie. They fit. If you look in the book of Exodus, the 12th chapter, and we start reading at the 49th verse, it says,
And Yahweh, verse 43, and Yahweh said unto Moses and Aaron, This is the ordinance of the Passover.
This are the laws that establish the Passover.
There shall no stranger eat thereof.
No stranger, I don't care if it's your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your neighbor, your babysitter, your future wife, no stranger shall eat of the Passover.
But every manservant that is bought for money.
If your manservant is purchased and bought with money,
when thou hast circumcised him.
Once you made sure that you have circumcised him,
then shall he eat thereof.
Then he's able to partake of the Passover, because now he's clean enough to be in your holy convocation. Because if he's not circumcised, he cannot come into your holy convocation, period. Keep reading.
A foreigner
and
an hired servant shall not eat thereof. In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth all of the flesh abroad out of the house.
In other words, what you didn't eat, you can't share with a friend down the school. You can't cut a piece of lamb and give it to your child in the lunchbox for the next day. Anything of that juicy, savory meat that is not ate that night shall be burned with fire. It shall not remain in your house or in your possession until the morning, because the morning is another day. And we celebrate the Passover on the 14th day, period. Never under any circumstances is to exceed the daylight of the next day.
Neither shall ye break a bone